Welcome to my workshop. Today, we're not building a rocket sled or a giant trebuchet. We're building something more magical. We're talking about prompts for artificial intelligence like ChatGPT. Think of it like alchemy. You take a bit of this instruction, a dash of that context, and you hope to transmute your ideas into pure gold. But sometimes the potion bubbles over. It turns green. It smokes. In other words, your prompt fails. You get something useless, confusing, or just plain wrong. It's a frustrating moment, but it's also where the real magic, the real discovery begins. Failure is always an option. In fact, it's a requirement for learning anything worthwhile. When a prompt breaks, it's not the AI's fault, and it's not really your fault either. It's a signal. It's a clue telling you that your recipe is missing a key ingredient or has too much of another. The process of figuring out why it failed is what I call prompt debugging. It's the difference between blindly mixing chemicals and methodically testing a formula. We're going to swap our lab coats for wizard robes today and demystify this process, turning you into a prompt alchemist. The beauty of this kind of alchemy is that it's not a dark art. It's a science, and it's one anyone can learn. You don't need a secret incantation whispered at midnight. You just need a process. A transparent, step-by-step method for troubleshooting. We're going to break down what happens when a prompt goes sideways. We'll look at real-world examples of failed prompts, diagnose the problem like a proper mythbuster, and then apply a simple fix. We are going to build a repeatable method, a checklist that you can use every single time. This isn't just about getting better answers from a machine, it's about learning how to communicate with a new kind of intelligence. It's about clarity, precision, and understanding the logic behind the curtain. The goal is to move from frustration to fascination. So, grab your safety goggles, or your wizard's hat, your choice, and let's dive into our first case study. We're going to examine a broken prompt and, through careful observation and a little bit of tinkering, we'll transmute that leaden output into gleaming informational gold. Let's get started. Our first experiment involves a prompt that tries to make the AI wear too many hats at once. Imagine asking a chef to also be a stand-up comedian and a tax accountant, all in the same breath. The results are going to be a mess. Here's the failed prompt I started with. Act as a senior marketing strategist and a witty social media influencer to write a blog post about our new eco-friendly water bottle, making sure it's SEO optimized and funny. The AI tried, bless its circuits, but the output was a disaster. The tone was all over the place. It was a little bit corporate, a little bit jokey, but ultimately it was shallow and unconvincing. So why did this alchemical mixture explode? The problem was role confusion. I gave the AI two distinct personalities, a senior marketing strategist and a witty social media influencer. A strategist focuses on data, keywords, and long-term goals. An influencer focuses on engagement, humor, and a personal voice. By mashing them together in a single command, I forced the model to average them out. Instead of getting the best of both worlds, I got a lukewarm blend of neither. The AI couldn't commit to a single, coherent voice, leading to a blog post that would fail at both marketing and entertaining. The fix here wasn't a complex new spell. It was simple. I broke the spell in two. I split the single, overloaded prompt into a sequence of two separate, focused prompts. First, I asked the AI to wear its strategist hat. The prompt became, act as a senior marketing strategist. Generate a detailed content brief for a blog post about our new eco-friendly water bottle. Include target keywords, an SEO-optimized title, and a clear structure. The output was brilliant. It was a clear, actionable plan. It was the blueprint I needed. With that blueprint in hand, I had the AI switch hats. My second prompt was, now, act as a witty social media influencer. Using the content brief I just gave you, write a fun and engaging 600-word blog post. Use a conversational tone and add some humor. And boom, the result was gold. The post was funny, on-brand, and perfectly structured for SEO because it was built on the solid foundation from the first step. The lesson was clear. Don't mix your magical ingredients haphazardly. Give the AI one job, one hat to wear at a time, and it will perform beautifully. Let's move on to our next puzzle. This one is all about the danger of assumptions. In my workshop, I never assume a material will behave a certain way. I test it. The same rule applies to prompts. You can't assume the AI knows the secret language of your industry or your team. I learned this the hard way with this prompt. Analyze our Q2 performance data and create a summary highlighting the main drivers behind the KPI fluctuations. Keep it brief. I fed it a bunch of numbers, and what I got back was vague. It talked about metrics and trends, but missed the entire point of the analysis. The breakdown occurred because of one simple three-letter villain, the acronym. In this case, KPI. To me and my team, KPI meant key performance indicators, and specifically it referred to three things. 1, user acquisition cost, 2, monthly active users, and 3, customer lifetime value. But the AI doesn't work on my team. It has been trained on the entire internet, where KPI could mean thousands of different things depending on the context. Without a clear definition, the model had to guess, and its guess was generic and unhelpful. It saw the numbers, but it didn't understand their significance. The fix, once again, was stunningly simple. It was about adding one crucial ingredient: context. I didn't need to rewrite the entire prompt, I just needed to define my terms. My new and improved prompt looked like this. Analyze our Q2 performance data. Our key performance indicators, KPIs, are 1, user acquisition cost, 2, monthly active users, and 3, customer lifetime value. Create a summary highlighting the main drivers behind the fluctuations in these 3 specific KPIs. Keep it brief. I gave it the exact same data, but this time, I gave it the key to unlock the meaning within that data. The difference was night and day. The AI instantly locked onto the 3 metrics I cared about. The summary it produced was sharp, insightful, and directly addressed the core of my question. It identified the specific campaigns that affected user acquisition cost and pointed out the feature launch that drove up active users. This case taught me a fundamental rule of prompt alchemy: never assume shared knowledge. Always define your terms, spell out your acronyms, and provide the necessary context. The clearer your map, the more likely the AI is to find the treasure. For our final case study, let's look at a classic mistake: asking for too much all at once. It's like trying to build an entire car in a single step. You can't just throw a pile of metal, rubber, and glass on the floor and yell, "Become a car!" You have to build it piece by piece. This was my broken prompt. Write a 1,000-word research paper on the history of renewable energy, including sections on solar, wind, and hydropower, with citations for each, summarize it into a 5-bullet-point list, and then draft 3 different social media posts to promote it on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. It was a beast of a prompt. The AI choked. It produced a jumbled mess. The research paper was shallow and poorly structured. The citations were incomplete. The summary missed the main points, and the social media posts were generic and uninspired. Why the spectacular failure? It was cognitive overload. I had given the model a multi-stage project with at least 5 distinct tasks and demanded it execute them all simultaneously. The AI's processing power got spread too thin across too many objectives. It couldn't dedicate enough attention to any single part of the request, so every part suffered as a result. It was a classic case of quantity over quality. The solution was to stop being a demanding director and start being a methodical project manager. I needed to introduce structure and sequence. Instead of one monstrous prompt, I created a chain of smaller, more manageable ones. I used the AI as a partner in a step-by-step process. My first prompt was simple: generate a detailed outline for a 1,000-word research paper on the history of renewable energy, with sections for solar, wind, and hydropower. The AI returned a perfect logical structure. This became my plan of attack for the entire project. From there, I worked through the outline section by section. Using the outline, write the introduction for the paper, I'd ask. Then, now, write the section on solar power, and please include academic citations. I continued this process until the paper was complete. Only then did I move on to the next major task: summarize the completed paper into a 5-bullet-point list, and finally draft 3 social media posts to promote this paper. each step built upon the last, resulting in a high-quality paper, an accurate summary, and tailored social posts. The lesson is powerful, complex projects require a structured dialogue, not a single magical command. After all these experiments, the fizzles, the bangs, and the brilliant successes, I've distilled my findings into a simple 7-step debugging framework. Think of this as your go-to checklist for when your AI alchemy goes wrong. It's the scientific method for prompt engineering. This is the process I use to turn a failed prompt into a successful one, every single time. It's not about memorizing spells, it's about having a system to build your own. Here's my method for taking control of the conversation and getting the results you want from any AI model. First, isolate the failure. What specifically is wrong with the output? Is it the tone, the format, the accuracy? Get precise. Second, check your role. Are you asking the AI to be too many things at once? Give it one clear job, one hat to wear. Third, define everything. Did you use an acronym, jargon, or an ambiguous term? Spell it out. Never assume the AI knows what you mean. Fourth, simplify the task. Are you asking for too much in one go? Break down your big request into a series of smaller sequential steps. Fifth, add constraints and structure. Don't just ask for a story. Ask for a 3-paragraph story with a specific protagonist. Use formatting requests like bullet points or tables to guide the output. Sixth, provide an example. This is one of the most powerful techniques. Show the AI exactly what you want. Give it a small sample of the desired output style or format. This is called few-shot prompting, and it works wonders. It's like giving your apprentice a finished product to copy. Finally, my 7th and most important step: iterate and refine. Your first prompt is almost never your best one. Treat it as a draft, a hypothesis, test it, see what happens. Then change one variable at a time and test it again. Tweak the role. Add a constraint, clarify a term. This iterative process of refinement is the true secret behind mastering AI communication. It's not about getting it right on the first try. It's about being willing to experiment, to fail, and to learn with each and every attempt. Now that you have the tools to debug your prompts, we need to talk about something bigger: responsibility. This incredible technology is more than just a tool for writing emails or summarizing articles. It's a powerful force. And like any force, it needs to be wielded with care and a strong ethical compass. Being a great prompt engineer, a modern alchemist, isn't just about getting what you want from the AI. It's about guiding it responsibly, using it transparently, and building a better, more trustworthy relationship with these emerging intelligences. First and foremost, our primary directive should be to guide the AI toward truth and away from misinformation. We are the ones holding the map. It's our job to provide clear, factual, and unbiased context whenever possible. If you are asking the AI to generate content on a sensitive or complex topic, you have a responsibility to feed it accurate source material. Don't prompt it to create convincing evidence for something you know is false. This technology reflects the instructions we give it: garbage in, garbage out. But more importantly, malice in, malice out. Transparency is another cornerstone of the alchemist's code. When you use AI to help you create something, say so. There's no shame in it. It's a tool, just like a word processor or a search engine. I always make it clear when AI has assisted in my work. Crediting your digital partner builds trust with your audience and demystifies the process for everyone. It helps people understand what this technology is and how it's being used in the world, which is essential for fostering public acceptance and heading off unfounded fears. Finally, let's remember that we are shaping this technology with every prompt we write. We are collectively teaching the AI what we value. By crafting clear, thoughtful, and ethical prompts, we encourage the development of more helpful and harmless systems. Think of each prompt as a vote for the kind of AI you want to see in the world. So embrace your inner alchemist. Experiment, build, and create amazing things. But do it with purpose, with clarity, and with a commitment to making our collaboration with AI a force for good. Now go build something awesome.